Okay, hi guys, we'll be looking into some more examples on the nomenclature. So let me write down. Let's suppose you have compound. We have to write the IUPAC name for the same, including all the prefix, the word root, the suffix, and so on. Okay, so let me start off with this example. We have chloro, bromo, and fluoro groups attached here. So we can actually, if we start from this carbon, we can have substituted atoms at carbon number 3, 2, 3, and 4, right? And if we start from this carbon, we have attachments at, okay, let's make this example more interesting. Let's remove this carbon atom. Okay, so now we have substituents at again at carbon atom 2, 3, and 4. So which chain to actually choose from? So if you look for, this is a conflict case of actually the chain is the same, and this is a conflict where we have uh, substituents attached to the same carbon number, even if we go from one side or the other. So in this case, we'll look into the alphabetical order of the first letter of the substituents. So using that, bromo I think comes the first in alphabetical order, so we'll be choosing bromo for our second carbon, right? So IUPAC name would be 2 bromo, 3 now we'll be writing 4 chloro first because C comes before fluoro. So 2 bromo, 4 chloro, 3 fluoro. How many number of carbon atoms are there? Pent, so pentane. Okay, now let's look at some more examples, like what is the IUPAC name for this compound? IUPAC name for this compound would be, if you just calculate the maximum number of the carbon atoms in a chain, it would be 4, and substituent is found at carbon atom number 2, so 2 methyl, as the substituent has only one carbon atom in it. So 2 methyl, there are 4 atoms in the chain butane. Okay, we have something like this. Let's calculate the longest chain. This is the longest chain. Substituents are found at 2 position and third position, 2, 3 dimethyl butane. Okay, so what about this? So total number of carbon atoms, if we calculate, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's, and substituents are found at position number 4 and 5 if we take the ordering from this carbon. If we take the ordering from this carbon, the substituents can be found at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Substituents can be found at position 2 and 3. I think this one would be chosen over the previous one. The reason is but obvious. So at second position we can find methyl, and at third position will be finding ethyl. So we should write instead 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, as E comes alphabetically before M, 2 methyl hexane. Okay, now what about this structure? For this structure, let us start the we'll be starting the naming from this carbon, as this carbon, the first carbon actually has the substituent attached to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so in this case the naming would be 1 bromo, 5 chloro, 4 ethyl, and heptane. Okay, So let us take this example. In this example we have chloro, bromo here and bromo here. So what would be the IUPAC name of the same? If we start the numbering from this carbon, we have substituents at 2, 3 and 4 position, and if we start the numbering from this carbon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again 2, 3, 4 position. So we'll be taking off this one. Why? Because at two position carbon in this naming convention, we have bromo at the second position, while in this one we have bromo at minimum third position. So giving the alphabetical order for the first letter of the substituent's name, I think the second naming would be chosen. Okay, so what would be the name of this compound? So it would be simply 2,3 dibromo. What else? 4 chloro and pentane. Yeah. So now let's have a look at this compound. Okay, so for this compound, what would be the IUPAC name? So let us start off with some chain. So let's suppose I took this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is one of the possible chains. This is also a possible chain when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously this one would be given more preference over this, because at third position I can if I is at third position, I am getting two different substituents here, but that is also the case for this carbon at third position. This chain has, for this chain also we get two substituents at third position. So okay, my bad. So we actually both have the same preference order. You can give the same preference order to any, so it would be anything but 3,3 diethyl and pentane. Okay, so both would be given same preference. Okay, now we have something like this. Okay, so if I start numbering from this carbon, we have the first substituent found at third position, but if I start numbering from this position, I have substituent at second position. So I'll be numbering from this carbon. So 2-methyl, third is azido group, fourth is nitro group. So 3 azido, 2-methyl and 4 nitro. How many number of carbon atoms are there in the longest chain? 6. So hexane. Okay, so in next lecture we'll be seeing into some more advanced nomenclature of some compounds, organic compounds with complex substituents. So, and we'll be delving into some more examples, so that you have a complete hands-on experience and a good grasp over, and a good grasp over all of the naming or the nomenclature of different organic compounds. Okay.